Awesome. Oh,
How's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
Good.
Good. I just love hearing all these voices on the call. The people you miss that you connect with, and it's like, oh, there's that voice again.
And putting all the voices with the people's pictures.
Yes, that's true.
Who is that?
It's Dawn Ellis.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, yeah. I'll say
we've got our
Hi,
attention.
welcome to the TeamViHOPE call. Tell us who you are and where you're from. As you're logging in, we'd love to know where you're from and where you're calling from.
Tina Salcedo, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Welcome to the call. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Whitney Foster, calling from New Jersey.
Welcome to the call. We have a really great call lined up tonight. I'm actually really, really excited. I'm just going to give it another 1, maybe 2 minutes for everybody to text your friends, your customers, your coworkers, your sister, your brother, your mother, anyone you can think of that is struggling with needing to lose weight. Or tonight we actually have a really special call of people that have had some pretty serious health concerns that sometimes that get in the way of losing weight. And so we're going to share how those have impacted our team.
Hi,
and how
this is
we've
Ryan.
overcome them. So, hi, welcome to the call. So
Hi,
make sure
thank
you
you.
just send out a text blast. Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Connecticut.
Oh, well, welcome to the call. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shoot out a quick text blast to anybody, to your teammates or any of your customers, your friends. This is going to be an absolutely fabulous call. We're excited to hear all the people logging in, and you're not going to want to miss a minute of what's going to happen tonight. I'm just going to give it 1 more minute, and then we're going to get started. Welcome to the TeamViHOPE call. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hey, this is Dawn Ritter from Missouri.
Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Fabulous. How are you?
I'm great. Glad to hear your voice.
I'm glad I'm not working and can listen.
Yay. Welcome to the call. Who do we have? Tell us who you are and where you're from. We are so excited to be hearing all these people logging in. It's going to be a fantastic call. We're actually going to honor everybody's time. We're going to get started. We're just a few minutes after 9. And I actually am really excited about sharing this call with my co-host, Theresa. Are you on here?
I am.
Awesome. Well, listen, I know that you have been following your journey and watching you, and, you know, we've met at different events and stuff. But just as we get to know each other a little bit better, I'm really That must be for Kelvin right there. That must be for Kelvin. So anyway, Theresa, why don't you tell us your transformation, your health? You have a health transformation as well as a physical transformation, and some things that you had to overcome in having a successful challenge. So why don't you share that with us?
Absolutely. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you great.
Perfect. Well, for anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Theresa Thomas, and I'm out of San Antonio, Texas. I accepted the challenge 3 years ago after dragging my feet a couple months. It took me to moving to a foreign state somewhere with no friends, no family, gaining 30 pounds within a month. That's a pound a day. It's really bad. From all the tacos on every single stand here on the corners of San Antonio, Texas. If anybody's been here, they know what I'm talking about. So I moved down from Michigan by myself, gained all this weight, knew I needed to do something, have always battled hypothyroidism along with some other female issues. So jumping on the challenge really, I didn't know what to expect. I thought, you know what, I'm going to set a goal to lose 30 pounds and just see what can happen. That was my goal. I just wanted to lose 30 pounds total. Well, in my first 90 days, I was able to lose 40 pounds. Was able to regain some confidence, and I just kept going. I kept trucking. I kept setting goals, setting one thing after another, when in the middle of my challenge, I was re-diagnosed with a more serious case of hypothyroidism and developed into thyroid cancer. Having to battle this while being alone, being without family, without close friends, was one of the toughest battles I have ever encountered. But I have my Vi family. I have people who have started me on the challenge. I have people who I have met down here who have encouraged me and kept me going. To date, 3 years later, I'm proud to say that I'm cancer-free. I've lost 140 pounds.
Wow.
I'm now switching gears a little bit. I'm trying to gain some muscle while still losing weight, which is still possible, people. You can do this. And I'm now, we're going to talk about that a little later about our goals now. But down 140 pounds, feeling great, cancer-free, and dealing with some other female issues that come along with being obese. But through this journey, we've all battled different things, different diseases, different issues, different emotional battles. It's all the same. It's all in the same boat. So enough about me. I want to introduce our first guest who has kind of battled similar things, and I know she has a lot to share, and I can't wait to hear her story and for her to share it with the world. Erin, are you on the phone?
I am. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yes, I can hear you perfect. Why don't you go ahead and just share your journey, share your story, and tell us a little about when you started Vi and what happened during your journey.
Okay, so I have what they call Hashimoto's disease. It's an autoimmune disorder. I was diagnosed with it in 2011 after I had my second miscarriage within, I think, 4 months of each other. The nurse put her hands up on my throat and said, "Have you ever had your thyroid checked?" And I said, "No, I've asked them to," after I had a similar story like yours where I gained an insane amount of weight in like a couple months, and I said, "There's something wrong." Doctors brushed it off, thought I was crazy, thought I was stressed when I was eating healthy and clean. So they retested me and immediately started me on thyroid meds, and it was controlled for the most part. I didn't really lose any weight. The hair stopped falling out. The crazy symptoms that I had stopped happening, super dry skin. I was able to get pregnant again, had another miscarriage, which is all directly related to having the Hashimoto's disease, problems conceiving, and then finally had my son, got pregnant with him in 2012. He came 2 months early, which is also another wonderful symptom of Hashimoto's disease. And a year later, I was still at the same weight, had gained a little bit more, didn't gain anything while I was pregnant. And my friend was like, "Hey, my husband's having this party over at this guy's house, and I don't really know what it is, but you should come over." I'm like, "All right, sweet, you live an hour away. This is 15 minutes away. I'll go see it." No idea what I was walking into. Watched the video, immediately said, "All right, I can lose 20 pounds. That's easy, but will it stay off?" Because the biggest issue with Hashimoto's and most hypothyroidism is that you can drop some weight, but the fact that it'll stay off successfully for an extended amount of time was like always my biggest battle. So I said, worst comes to worst, at least I'm going to donate some meals to some kids in need. So I did it. Set a goal of 20 pounds in 90 days. I lost 20 pounds my first month, and then went on to losing 35 altogether within my first 90 days. I went off the challenge. I didn't go off of it. I did it for just breakfast for the next month to kind of test my theory of, is it going to stay off if I am not eating these shakes twice a day? And it stayed off, and I continued to lose weight. I joined the gym in July of last year. Started the challenge in February of 2014, and joined the gym July. I now lift about 4 days a week on average, and I'm a single mom, and I got 2 boys, and they're crazy, and I've got every other excuse. I am nonstop crazy in my house all the time, and I make the time, and I figured out through using Vi that going gluten-free with the Hashimoto's was always suggested but never told by a doctor to really follow through with it. I was able to do it because I was already replacing 2 of my meals a day. And I just committed, and I did it. And I've been now gluten-free as well since August of last year. It's super easy with Vi because the thing with Hashimoto's is that they tell you to do a more protein-based diet as opposed to anything else. And so Vi, I'm already getting my protein in twice. And then I just eat, healthy tuna, chicken, something, along the lines with everything else that I want for the day. And it's stayed off. I'm down over 60 pounds. I started at a size 22 pants when I started February of last year, and a 2X t-shirt. I'm down to a size 9 and a size medium. I know I've lost a lot and built a lot that, you don't see on the scale. I do try to hide my scale because it is a constant battle when you start hitting bigger numbers, that it doesn't move as often as you'd like to see. And those are kind of been like my successes as far as like hide the scale, eat protein, eat when you're hungry, and just stay on twice a day.
So, Erin, isn't it amazing how us women set us up, we say, okay, we're going to lose 20 pounds, and then we blow our goals out of the water, right?
Right.
That's just
like there's no way.
So we always do that, and I've learned now, going on to different challenges, you know what, I'm going to set a bigger and a badder goal because I know I can do it. If I've crushed my first goal, come on, like us women, that's just what we do. But I am so proud of you, and having Hashimoto's, I know, like having a thyroid disorder, all of my life, I have always battled being overweight, but being able to lose weight and keep it off, that is the hardest thing with that disease, and I am so proud of you. I mean, you have conquered it. Erin, what's your favorite product from Vi?
I just like my shakes. I thought there's no way I'd be able to do shakes for like 3 months, let alone I've been doing them for like a year and a half now. It's like, no, there's no way. I'm like, I'll switch to cereal eventually. No, I make PB2 and chocolate almond shake like every single day. I don't even change my shakes up.
That's how I am. You fall back to your favorites. I completely get it. So I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I can't wait to see your journey continue to unfold. Congratulations so far. So
thank you.
Something also I wanted to touch base on, with having a thyroid disorder, one thing that I have been told is that Vi-Pack is priceless. So I don't know if you're on it, Erin, but I take it daily. I will never go AM and PM without it. In fact, I had my own coach ship me some when they were going through the repackaging because I knew she had some hidden because I ran out. So I will not go a day without it, and my doctor even approves it with a thumbs up. So, Faith, are you there? Are you on the phone still?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm going to pass this over to you so you can introduce our next guest.
Awesome. Wow. Erin, that's an incredible story. I love hearing people that overcome not only the health challenges, but emotional challenges as well that come along sometimes with those health issues and trying to lose weight. I actually have the pleasure of introducing Sharon Walsh-Reece, and I just saw her before and after photo recently, and man, I am just floored at the success this woman has had. I know that she also had some health issues, something I didn't know much about, but I'm going to let her explain it and talk about her health issues. Sharon, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Sharon. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Awesome. Listen, I want you to tell us a little bit about your the health issues that you have been dealing with in your life. And I know you lost some weight before ViSalus, but why don't you tell us how ViSalus changed your weight loss journey and maybe what products you used and how you've overcome those health challenges?
Okay, I'm Sharon Reece, and I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee. And I will tell you a little bit about myself. I've basically been overweight all my life. I was as a child, I was as a teen, going into my 20s, going into my 30s. And then I was at a point was dealing with infertility, and I went to the doctor, and I actually really didn't know how much I weighed. And when I got on the scales, I weighed 336 pounds. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And I talked with the doctor, and they did blood work and blood tests, and he said, you have PCOS, which is, I said, what is that? And he said, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And he said that's a lot of your weight issues in the increase. Like, I can eat a piece of pizza and gain 10 pounds, where a normal person probably wouldn't gain that, but the carb intolerance and the addiction there, it just, your weight just, steadily increases. So after being diagnosed, I met with the doctor and the dietitian, and I worked with them. But honestly, I got down to like 200 at that time, but I really never I felt like I was always in a battle all the time. I felt like I was hungry all the time. I wasn't able to be as consistent. So I gained the weight back. And so in 2012, I got introduced to ViSalus, and my husband and I thought, well, I could do these 2 shakes a day. And I thought, man, if I promote weight loss, I will not have a problem with losing weight, because I will be taking this product, I thought, oh, man, I could be the poster child, Well, when I started using ViSalus and all this, I thought, yes, this is a great product, but I also have to look at, why am I overeating? What are my addictions? What are my issues? And I am a carbaholic. I love carbs. There's not a carb that I haven't met that I didn't like. So one thing with ViSalus, and I started out on the shake kit, was that you could make flavors like the Reece cup, the Butterfinger, and things like that. And it seemed like that cured that carb addiction in somewhat. And also with PCOS, you have lack of energy, you have lack of motivation sometimes, and you just feel like you can't do anything. And then when I started using the ViSalus, I saw my energy was increasing, and I was doing the 2 shakes a day and then the sensible meal. And also I noticed a lot of my symptoms had diminished with PCOS. And I'm 52 years old now, and I'm down to 180. I exercise 1 to 2 hours in the gym 6 days a week. I don't have any problems with exercising or lifting the weights or doing any of the protocols, and I am so glad that ViSalus came in my life, because I feel like now at this point I do have a handle on my weight and in keeping, and I'm still not at my goal yet, and I still have a ways to go, but it's been a lifesaver.
That is an incredible story. Wow. See, and this is one of the things I don't know, we talked about it a little bit earlier, Theresa and I too. Do you use the ViPack at all during your
No, I never have.
No. Okay, but you did use the shake. What was your favorite product?
I was the shakes. I just love the shakes. I mean, I just love the shakes, and I love making different things out of them with pancakes, and I've made so many different things out of them, and I just love the shake mix and the versatility of it, and so. And I'm also liking Neon. I went to RST this weekend in Charlotte, which is about 3.5 hours from my home, and coming back on the way, the Neon sure hit the spot and staying awake.
It sure does. Well, one of the things that's incredible about our shake is the way that it's been developed and designed is that there is so much nutrition that is really easily available to the body. And I tell people all the time, this is not a magic shake. It's not. We don't cure anything. We don't ever claim to cure anything. But the health stories that are coming out of people with some, pretty serious health issues using this product, the body getting the nutrition that it needs, it's really incredible. the way our bodies were designed and created is that your body with really good nutrition can actually begin to heal itself in many ways. And so I appreciate your story, Sharon. I want to say thank you for, taking the time to get on the call and sharing because, we talked with Theresa about it earlier. I know that there's many people on this line who are suffering from different health ailments and things like that. With obesity comes a lot of health ailments that we have to deal with. And so, as we go along, sometimes those can get in the way of our challenge. Like I looked it up. I didn't know much about PCOS. But, the excess cravings, the inflammation is a huge one, I think. And so I don't understand how when someone's in chronic pain like that, I couldn't fathom getting up and going to the gym and staying on course. So kudos to, the people that have to deal with that. So thank you very much. I'm going to actually bring Theresa back into this because Theresa and I have both sort of switched gears in our challenges and been trying to build some muscle. And both of us are planning to get on stage in a bikini not too far off in the distance, which scares the crap out of me. I have to say that. But, we talk about setting even bigger goals, Theresa. Why don't you talk a little bit about what's been going on in this 90-day challenge?
Sure. Well, this 90 days, Faith and I have decided that we are going to compete in a newly announced division in the WBFF, which is World Beauty, Fashion, and Fitness, for y'all that have never heard of that before. So there's so many different divisions out there that women and men for muscle growth and muscle gain, but finally there is a category out there to, spotlight on those who have lost a massive amount of weight. So for this category, Faith is competing, oh my gosh, I hope I have this date right. Isn't it October?
Yes.
Coming up, okay, October. And mine is in November.
Right before Vitality for me.
Yes, lucky you. Me, I am the weekend before Thanksgiving. So being able to partner up with another 100-pound club member, TeamViHOPE member, support system by sister, to be able to get me through all of the mental battles that come along with not only trying to get stage ready, but to get through all of these issues that are in mental and emotional things that go through somebody's head during this journey. So I was warned. I was very, very warned. Are you sure you want to do this? Asked 40 different times by 40 different friends and family members, many different ways. Are you sure you want to get in a bikini? Are you sure you want to be on stage? Are you sure you're ready? Yes, I'm ready. So Faith and I have jumped to it, and we are in full-fledged training mode to be able to compete. And what this could potentially do is put us on the stage in Vegas next year in August. So that's our goal. We want to not only shine a light on Vitalis, but that anybody can do this. No matter if you were bedridden before, if you have suffered with cancer before, if you've had a thyroid disorder that has prohibited you from losing weight in your past, that you can do it, that you can achieve any dream and any goal that you set forth. And I don't care if I place last. I don't care if I place first. I want to be able to walk across that stage in confidence and leave that stage happy. That is my goal. What about you, Faith?
That's amazing. I just had goosebumps from that. What it leads to for me is many people, because I think if you've ever had a weight problem, and I'm presuming everyone on the line has had a weight problem or is still struggling with a weight problem, you have dreams. And, you dream of being able to go into a department store and just pulling whatever off the rack and putting it on instead of having to go to the largest sizes in the largest section of the largest plus-size store and picking out, the only thing that's going to fit you. You have dreams of chasing after your kids on the beach, being able to play football with them, being okay to get in even a one-piece on the beach. We all have those dreams and ambitions, and some people have even bigger dreams than that. And when you find yourself, for me, at 350 pounds and bedridden, and the doctor said, if you don't get in bed now, you might never walk again in the future, it just took me back to a place where I was a kid, and I used to have bodybuilding magazines and I used to flip through. Her name was Gladys Portuguese. She's actually married to Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I cut her pictures out and I posted them on the wall because there was something, I knew that person was inside of me, but I was already overweight as a kid, and I didn't have good nutritional support. I think back then our parents didn't have the same knowledge available to them as they do now, and so I really felt trapped. And many, many people who have a weight issue, and especially if they're compounded with some serious health issues like we've talked about tonight, you feel like there's no hope and there's no way out. And I had all but given up on that dream. But if I've learned anything, and many of you have seen me very publicly go after a world record, which to date I still have not yet been able to accomplish. And I say not yet because my lifeline and my tagline my dad always taught me is you never, 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 never give up. And so somebody on the line needs to hear that tonight. You're struggling. Maybe the scale is going down and up and down and up and down and up. You feel like you're on a roller coaster. You feel like, your body is a yo-yo and it's just not cooperating. And I'm here to tell you that the only failure lies when we fall down is not that we fall down, it's that we don't get back up. And I know people hear that all the time, but from somebody who has fallen down, I've gained and lost and gained literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I've lost 100 pounds more than once in my lifetime and put it back on. This is the first time I've managed to keep it off, thanks to the Vibe community. But I know that there are people out there that are really struggling and you feel alone. And, when we talk about big goals like pulling a plane or pulling a truck or setting a world record or putting on a bikini and getting on stage, there are people out there, you just want to survive. And you just want to wake up to see tomorrow. And you just want to wake up and live long enough to see your kids walk down the aisle or to hold your grandbaby or anything like that. And, I had a nurse say to me very kindly that I needed to be really, really careful with my health when I was at my biggest because I have heart disease in my family. And basically she told me in a very kind way that I was a ticking time bomb. And I just want to be real serious and really upfront with people on the line tonight. It doesn't matter whether you got 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 60 pounds, 200, 400 pounds. I mean, we've seen stories of people losing that much weight on the challenge. That is how successful the challenge can be for you. But we do not expect you to do it alone. We love you. We care about you. We have this massive group of 100-pound club members that are just waiting to welcome you into the fold. And one of us has been where you are. And so I really encourage you to plug into Team ViHOPE. Plug in, get some accountability. I mean, I don't have a lot of support from many people in my friends and family circle who even want to see me in a bikini, never mind get up on a stage. So having Theresa, in my life and to be able to message her and say, oh my God, I think I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm doing, why I'm doing this or what I'm doing. It's just really nice to have someone to be accountable to and somebody to say, you know what, get up, you can do this. We're not going to quit. We're in this together. It's pushed me further than I probably mentally or emotionally would have ever pushed myself. And so I encourage you, to tag into that Team ViHOPE. We have many pages. We've got YouTube. We've got Google+. We've got Facebook. We've got all sorts. And we'll make sure you get connected to those. But that probably is my close, is that I never, ever, ever want to see anyone quit. I've had people message in the middle of the night telling me they're done and they're just ready to forget it. It's not going to work. And, we're here for you. We love you. We care about you. We want to make this happen for you. We can't do it for you, but we will do it with you. And so I encourage you, get with the people that put you on this phone call, the people that introduced you to the challenge. Use the tools that Visalis offers us. Get the Hunger Tamer, the Metabolism Boosters. For me, the ViPack was really, really integral in overcoming some of my health issues. And, this is not just a promotional plug, buy more products. I tell you because it works and because it saved my life. And that's about all I have to say. So thank you all for joining us on the call. We look forward to hearing from you on the web and calls in the future. And that is a wrap. Have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.